The comet of the century, C-2023-A3, Tsuchinshan-ATLAS, is in the constellation of Sextans, at a distance of 199,080,037.7 kilometers from Earth. Observers are very excited about C-2023-A3, as it has been a long time since we have seen such a bright comet. To observe the astronomical phenomenon in the sky, NASA recommends 3 basic tips. Avoid places with high levels of light pollution, such as cities. Look for a high place to get a better viewpoint. Choose your observation point in advance, ideally in a place protected from the cold night air. Observations suggest that C-2023-A3's faint glow is due to the structure and shape of its tail, and the fact that its nucleus produced much more dust than the release of diatomic carbon, a gas that gives many comets their vibrant green color. It may be a particularly dusty comet. In addition, C-2023-A3, Tsuchinshan-ATLAS, is expected to develop a beautiful comet tail. When C-2023-A3 passes the Sun at a distance similar to the orbit of Mercury, its dust and ice coma heats up considerably. As the ice particles evaporate, they quickly escape into space, taking with them a large amount of dust, which spreads into a long, bright tail. History shows that comets that pass close to the Sun have the most impressive tails, which form immediately after being roasted by the Sun's heat. And that's the case with comet C-2023-A3. Comets like C-2023-A3 are balls of frozen gas, rock and dust that orbit the Sun. They are often spectacular because 2 physical phenomena occur during their journey. The first is the tail, which extends from the comet's nucleus as it approaches the star it orbits. Solar radiation from the star, in our case the Sun, evaporates some of the comet's frozen material, blowing gas and dust away from the center, which then reflects the star's light. As the comet approaches the star, the tail grows larger due to increased solar radiation. The second phenomenon is the comet's coma, which is a sublimated shell of ice, also due to solar radiation, that forms a kind of atmosphere around the nucleus as it approaches the star. This also increases the brightness of the comet. The official name includes both Tsuchinshan and Atlas, based on these independent observations. Its retrograde orbit, it moves in the opposite direction to most large objects in the solar system, making it parabolic with a perihelion distance of 0.39 astronomical units. Comet C-2023-A3, Tsuchinshan-ATLAS, is notable and actively observed. According to current estimates, when can we see the comet? Due to its closeness to the Sun, the comet behaves similarly to Mercury and Venus. It can be seen near the horizon, in the path of the Sun, and just before sunrise. The best times to view it will be from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. starting on September 27th. The timings and locations will be similar throughout the Northern Hemisphere. As October progresses, the comet's position relative to the horizon will increase but its brightness will decrease. Tsuchinshan-ATLAS is a long-orbit object and will come from the Oort cloud beyond the edge of the solar system, so if all goes well during the comet's flight, it will be visible to the naked eye. It will not look like a small star, but a large body with a long tail that does not move at sunrise. It may become bright enough to be visible to the naked eye during its perihelion passage in September to October in 2024. Don't miss observing Comet C/2023-A3, Tsuchinshan-ATLAS, which will not appear in our skies for the next tens of thousands of years.